Hey guys, it's Taivy and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about everything going on in life, in your life, and just want to get a little bit more personal with you all. I decided to make this video because I needed to tell myself these things. I really feel like I'm being too hard on myself. And so I wanted to make a video to tell you guys that I think you're being too hard on yourself. We live in a very fast-paced world and we have all of these high expectations for ourselves and our futures, and we mean well. You're in school and you're taking a lot of classes. You're trying to save up money because you don't like living with your parents. You need your own space, your own freedom. You struggle with trauma, anxiety, depression, a lot of things that keep you locked in fear that you're never going to be the person that you want to be. Your friends tell you that you're amazing because they really are proud of you. Maybe your family supports you, maybe they don't. You spend a lot of time working on your passions and your craft, but you always put it to the side because there's something more important going on, like a bill you have to pay or a class you have to finish. You have to be somewhere to support your family, support your friends. Sometimes you just don't feel like doing anything. Sometimes you just a wave of procrastination or writer's block and you just feel absolutely terrible. And you just feel like you'll never be able to finish your projects. You'll never be able to make money. You'll never be able to show the world that you are talented. And yet at the same time, as you try to cope with all of that, you waste your time on YouTube, you waste your time watching movies, you waste your time just drowning out all of the stress with entertainment, and that's fine. You keep looking back at all the things you used to do when you were younger, how much work you can get done in a day, and now you feel guilty whenever you take a nap, as if you don't deserve 2 hours or 3 hours to just recoup from the day. You go to work because you need money, you have to pay your bills, but then you come home and you may or may not get around to your projects that you've been putting off for months now. And if you don't put your work out there, you're gonna feel like you failed. The world tells you you have to work hard, you have to move quickly, you have to multitask, and you have to be efficient. The world tells you that you have to be perfect, successful, and you're mad because you're not doing as much as your friends are doing, or you're not doing as much as your favorite YouTuber, you're not doing as much as your favorite singer, your favorite designer. But I'm making this video to remind you that you're being too hard on yourself. You're only human. Just the other evening, one of my best friends sat down next to me and vented to me about their life. They let me know what was going on in their life, and for the first time I realized that this person was dealing with a lot of stressful situations. Granted, mostly first world problems, but they were still annoying situations to be in, unfair situations to be in. Life just seems to suck, you know? And I sat there next to them and I felt helpless. I felt like I couldn't make their problems go away, and I really wanted to. I really wanted to make their problems go away. And at that same point in time, I have my own problems. You have your own problems. If you're watching this video, you have your own issues. You have your own anxiety. You have your own situations that make it difficult for you to get up every day. Bills, debt, tasks that you have to get done that you really don't want to worry about, people you have to please that you don't care for, or just the pressure of being who you are, because you always set the bar higher for yourself. And so as my friend was going down the list of everything that was upsetting them, it became more apparent that they struggle with a lot of internalized stress, and it's not easy for them to open up about it. And I get that. And I remember saying to them, you're being too hard on yourself. How much can you really get done in a 24-hour period? And why does everything need to be done now? And why does everything need to be perfect? I consider myself to be a perfectionist to a fault, because sometimes I can be the worst critic, and your work can be good enough, and yet it's not good enough to you. You're allowed to take a break. I encourage you to work hard. I encourage you to, by whatever means necessary, go for your dreams. But you have to remember that you have one life and you're human. When you go home at night after a long, tiring, thankless day, whether you were in school or at work or doing neither, but you were fully invested in something else, when you go home at night and you're by yourself and it's just you in your room and your thoughts, try to tell yourself that you did good today. Try and tell yourself that tomorrow you're gonna take a break. Tell yourself it's okay that you didn't finish your project. It's okay that you didn't get your commission done for your client. It's okay that you missed the deadline for your assignment. It's okay that you came late to work because you were stressed out. Tell yourself you'll do better the next day. We're not robots. This world tries to condition us to behave like such. I'm not a robot. I have so many ideas, so many things I want to bring to my channel, well, and I feel like if I don't execute them in time, then I failed because I missed my own deadline, and I just feel guilty. Don't allow yourself to feel guilty if you're doing the very best that you can. My advice to you, all of you watching, is the world outside of your bubble is literally burning. There's so much going on in the government, in other people's countries, in other people's families. There's so many other things bigger than you that if you even take a moment to think about them, you'll crumble even more. You'll feel even worse. But I say that because, yes, you can say you could always have worse problems. Doesn't invalidate what you've been through. No one knows how hard you work but you. No one knows how early you get up for work every day, how you spend extra time, how sometimes you skip your meals to get things done, how sometimes you're scraping together pennies just to get somewhere, just to pay for something. No one really knows what your plight is. No one really knows how much anxiety you get from not getting something right. No one knows your process but you. My advice to my friend was, you're only human, and if you really feel like you're overwhelmed with all the bad things that could be happening to you right now, or maybe there's 10 bad things happening to you right now, and you feel like you don't want to live, or you feel like you can't breathe, just take a minute to talk out everything with yourself. Say it out loud. Make a list of all the things that are bothering you. And as you do that, you're gonna see that you can conquer every task bit by bit, one thing at a time, because that's all you can do is one thing at a time. I encourage you to figure out what problems are within your control and what things you have no control over. And then try not to let all those things control your thoughts all day. Turn off your phone more often, take more walks, and actually ask your friends for help. I don't know why we think we have to do everything alone all the time. Yes, it will only be you at night in your own mind thinking about what you could have done better, but what you need to tell yourself is that you're okay. You're going to get through whatever it is that you're going through, and you're going to be successful. You should already believe that you are. I have a hard time letting go of my own insecurities and my own flaws. I have a really hard time listening to my own advice sometimes. I'm my worst enemy. We all are. But I've gotten better at telling myself to slow down, to relax, understand that it is what it is, but I have to keep going another day. Think of it as taking care of your needs. You need rest, you need food, you need sleep, you need happiness, you need to make memories. Sometimes you just need to be alone. But we've got to stop this culture of, I need to burn the candles at both ends. I love working hard, I love achieving, and I love making a difference for myself and others. I love that. I love the satisfaction of getting something done. But I never learned how to love my mistakes, and I never learned how to accept whatever my good enough was. I never learned how to accept myself. Yeah, each time you try something, you want to get better, but don't go into that self-loathing episode where you just let yourself get knocked down and destroyed emotionally. And it ruined your esteem. It ruined all of your momentum to make something even cooler the next time. You have so much time, and you're not going to realize that until you're older, but try to practice that now. Try to give yourself more time to get it right. It's okay if you don't have the job you want right now. If you don't have the money you need right now, it will come if you believe it. You have to believe it. If I didn't believe it, I wouldn't be where I am today, sitting in front of all of you talking about how I'm too hard on myself. I invested so much time and energy into who I am, and sometimes it doesn't feel like it pays off, but it is working in the background. Let people into your life. Let your friends help you. Don't feel like a burden, and don't feel like you need to be perfect all the time. This is the best time to be exploring and changing things in your life, and this is the perfect time to take a break. Do it for me. If not for me, do it for the future you. Stop being so hard on yourself. You are good enough, and the world's gonna love you. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to kind of encourage you guys to keep being who you are. Whatever the world throws at you, whatever people throw at you, you're strong and you're resilient. Don't think that you're losing the battle because you give up for a day or a few hours or you sleep in. Try to be positive first, and no matter what happens, don't let this world destroy you. You're gonna take a break and you're gonna try again tomorrow. Just tell yourself that you're doing fine. And I promise you, your life is going to turn around faster than you think. It's all about perspective. And for those of you who are still watching my video, I applaud you for your patience and your time. I really am just like you, and I go through it as a creative, as someone who's part of Generation Z. I care about you a lot, and I want you to care about yourself. Thank you for watching today's video. I do plan to come back with some other content, but today we just had to get a little bit more personal and a little bit more honest, and that's okay. I intend to do that from time to time on my channel. Just be aware. That being said, I'm gonna head off of today's video, and I hope you guys learned something from me today. Good luck and stay hopeful, and I will see you guys next time.